too. Now here's where it gets real. Gloria wasn't just dealing with regular hood problems. She was one of 10 kids. Fam. 10! Can you imagine trying to feed 10 mouths when you're already struggling? We're talking about mornings where breakfast wasn't even an option, where cockroaches were roommates, not pests. This wasn't just being broke. This was survival mode every single day. But here's the thing about Gloria. Even in all that chaos, she had something special. She was singing in church sometimes 4 times a week because her extremely religious mother would often take her. That's where the music bug bit her, but life had other plans. The Memphis music scene has always been different from other cities. You got your 3-6 Mafia legacy, your crunk music roots, and that raw, unfiltered energy that comes from real struggle. Gloria was absorbing all of this growing up, even if she didn't know she was preparing for her future career. Let me paint you a picture of what Gloria's childhood was really like, because this ain't your typical grew up poor story. We're talking about a level of poverty that most people can't even imagine. Gloria was born in 1999, making her the 8th child out of 10 siblings. That's right, her parents had 10 kids while living in conditions that would make most people call child services. The house they lived in wasn't just small, it was falling apart. Gloria has talked about sleeping on air mattresses that would deflate in the middle of the night, leaving her on the cold, hard floor. But even worse than that were the rats and cockroaches that shared their living space. These weren't occasional visitors, they were permanent residents. Picture this. You're a little kid trying to sleep, and you can hear rats scurrying around in the walls. You wake up and there's cockroaches crawling across your face. Your stomach is growling because there's no food for breakfast, and you're wearing the same clothes you wore yesterday because there's nothing else clean. That was Gloria's reality for the first 15 years of her life. Her mother was extremely religious, and I mean extremely. They went to church sometimes 4 times a week. No Christmas, no Easter, no Halloween, no Valentine's Day. Her mom believed these holidays were pagan rituals, so the only celebrations they had were birthdays and Thanksgiving. Imagine being a kid and watching all your friends get Christmas presents while you get nothing because your mom thinks Santa Claus is the devil. The family survived on government assistance, food stamps, welfare, whatever they could get. Gloria remembers going to what they called the commodity house to get government cheese and other basic supplies. She said that cheese was so hard they had to cut it with a butcher knife. When they had rice and cheese for dinner, that was considered a good meal. But here's what's crazy. Gloria thought this was normal. She thought everybody lived like this until she got older and realized that most families don't have rats as roommates and don't have to choose between eating and paying rent. Her father drove an old Mercury that barely ran. Gloria remembers one time when all 7 kids had to squeeze into the back seat just to get to church. They were literally sitting on top of each other, but that was their only transportation. The overcrowding in their house was insane. All the girls shared one room with a single queen-sized mattress. The boys were crammed into another room, and some of them had to sleep in the hot, stuffy attic. Privacy didn't exist. Personal space was a luxury they couldn't afford.